didn't see a heck of a lot, except it was magical, man, magical.
There was a very long white train veil going down, like following her down the aisle.
They cried and they laughed and they danced and they hugged and they kissed.
Apparently there was even an after party with Alice in Wonderland style decor.
Taylor Swift's wedding is over, but the fireworks are just getting started, because barely 24 hours after she married Travis Kelce in the most secretive celebration of the year, the sky above her Rhode Island estate reportedly exploded with light, and fans immediately started asking the same electric question: are the newlyweds already there? Because on the night of the 4th of July, the day after the wedding, Taylor's famous oceanfront mansion reportedly lit up and fireworks burst over the coastline, turning her private seaside retreat into a national spectacle all over again. And while nobody can say for certain who was behind those gates, the timing has the whole internet convinced it might just be them. Here is what reportedly happened. On 4th of July night, witnesses in the small coastal town reportedly watched as Taylor's historic Watch Hill mansion glowed against the darkness, followed by a dazzling display of fireworks lighting up the sky near the property. The estate, perched on a bluff overlooking the water, is one of the most recognizable celebrity homes in the country, and the moment it lit up, the speculation caught fire. Because this was not just any random holiday. This was the night immediately after the couple's wedding, the perfect window for a quieter, more intimate celebration far away from the spectacle of the arena. And so fans and locals alike reportedly began watching the estate closely, hunting for any sign that the newlyweds had slipped away from the city to ring in the holiday and their new marriage in Taylor's favorite hideaway.
We are learning more details this morning about that wedding.
They just got married. It says TNT, Taylor and Travis, so I think they did get married.
What's your reaction?
Shocked, surprised, happy for them.
They cried and they laughed and they danced and they hugged and they kissed.
We didn't think this was real, so when we saw the sign, we're like, wow, this is shocking.
Now, it is important to be clear. Nobody has actually confirmed that Taylor and Travis were there. The couple reportedly was not seen, and their team has stayed silent, as they always do. But that is exactly what makes it so tantalizing, because Taylor's estate is famously sealed off, guarded and private, which means the only clues the outside world ever gets are the ones visible from a distance. A lit-up window, a line of fireworks over the water, and from those tiny signals, the entire internet reportedly built a theory that behind those gates, freshly married, the couple may have been quietly celebrating their very first holiday as husband and wife in the most Taylor way imaginable.
This is your favorite gym teacher marrying your favorite English teacher.
Taylor Swift has kept this so super secret, making this seem like a nuclear secret.
And the reason this theory hits so hard is because of what that mansion means to her. Because for years, Taylor's 4th of July parties at this very estate were the stuff of legend. She reportedly bought the historic property back in 2013, and almost immediately her star-studded Independence Day celebrations there became part of her public image. A signature summer tradition packed with famous friends, matching outfits, and iconic photos that defined an entire era of her life. Then, quietly, those legendary parties faded away. She stopped hosting them, and the estate went quiet on the holiday. So the idea that fireworks would erupt over that same mansion now, on the first 4th of July of her married life, reportedly feels like the revival of a beloved tradition, a full-circle moment years in the making. The girl who once threw the most famous 4th of July parties in the world, returning to that same magical spot now as a married woman. So here's everything else swirling around the newlyweds right now, because the fireworks are just the latest chapter in an unforgettable stretch.
Jason Kelce, of course, Travis Kelce's brother, served as his best man. The ceremony was joined both families together and was officiated by friend Adam Sandler.
Of course, the reason all eyes snapped to Rhode Island is because the main event has already happened. Taylor and Travis reportedly married just the night before at one of the most famous arenas on the planet in front of roughly 1,000 of their closest people in a ceremony guarded like a state secret. The confirmation reportedly came when the screens outside the venue lit up in a glowing display flashing the words "Just Married," playfully stamped with the couple's shared initials, sending the crowds gathered outside into a frenzy. After nearly 2 years of speculation, decoy dates, and false alarms, it was finally undeniably real.
Oh, wait, Tom, I gotta show you this, Tom. Look at that sign up there. See the sign? See it?
Emily, what an incredible moment. That's amazing. It must have just happened, right? That just popped up?
Taylor's own aunt reportedly gave the world its most beautiful glimpse of the night, describing the newlyweds simply and perfectly, saying they cried and they laughed and they danced and they hugged and they kissed. She reportedly confirmed there was plenty of food and that the wedding cake was an absolute hit. It was the kind of warm human detail that cut through all the secrecy and reminded everyone what the night was truly about. Two people overflowing with joy, surrounded by the people they love most.
Definitely a very proud moment of my life, for sure.
I think you should do it again.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah, listen, if Hayes going to sign up for a tour, I'll happily make sure that we bring her back to life.
Even the city itself reportedly wrapped the couple in love, with the transit system near the arena transformed into a tribute to the newlyweds, displaying messages that celebrated the wedding and cleverly combined the numbers most meaningful to the couple. A famous skyscraper reportedly glowed a soft blue in their honor, described as the bride's something blue, visible across the skyline. From the tunnels below the streets to the towers above them, an entire city reportedly seemed to celebrate right alongside them.
Bring one more.
Oh my God, the vibes. This is amazing. I love it. You want something? Yeah, what are you doing?
How are you guys feeling today?
New York's a beautiful city.
Indeed. Have a good day, sir.
You as well.
And through it all, the secrecy reportedly held to the very end. Every guest reportedly surrendered their phones before entering, meaning no photos or videos escaped from inside. And the venue reportedly even posted signs noting that guests were being filmed, hinting that the couple may be sitting on their own official footage to release whenever and if ever they choose. The world may have witnessed the outside of this wedding, the crowds and the signs and the arriving guests, but the inside reportedly remains locked away, seen only by the fortunate few who were actually there.